such a child, keep running wild in a confined space. But you're not to blame, 'cause you're not the same. Get on the case. Crazy sheep, you are the odd one out. Crazy sheep, let them know what you're all about. This feeling, free dance on the street. Well,
I'm here with Ben and Nick from Curiosity. Now, tell me, a lot of people have a lot of preconceived notions already about what band's like, and there's a lot of it.
Really?
Yeah, I think so, because there's a lot of publicity about sort of your looks rather than your music. Why do you think that's been emphasised so much?
Maybe because people haven't come and seen us enough. The people that are writing about it, well, they haven't listened to the music enough. I wish they would, before they kind of assume that we're just faces without being, you know, capable of playing the music we do. They should look further into it, I think.
When we first got signed up, we approached the record company with a tape and stuff, and they sort of were interested. And we did a showcase at the WAG Club, and they signed us up from that, from seeing us live. That was the thing that sort of turned them on most.
I think we actually got a record for the most amount of record companies to be on the guest list for a showcase.
That night, yeah.
Yeah, that night.
Now, for people who haven't heard much except probably the last single, Misfit, who are your musical influences?
Well, they range from all sorts of people, like the Average White Band, the Meters,
Yeah.
Little Feat, people like that.
Sort of late 60s, early 70s style funk.
Yeah.
Coming out of sort of jazz and that, do you know what I mean? From the sleazy jazz scene and blues, just taking it up.
Up to R&B,
yeah.
But we're also interested in other things like...
Stevie Dane.
What do you think the hardest thing is about being a new group?
Getting yourself known, or getting us, you know...
Just having to be convincing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You have to be convincing about everything.
You really have to make people believe that...
It's a man in a wig there.
That's our mate Andy.
Randy.
You all know Andy, right?
How did you find working with him doing the video?
Interesting. I mean, he was quite quiet sort of most of the time, but when he spoke, you knew, you know.
You knew he'd spoken.
You know it wasn't a cardboard one.
No,
it really hit.
Yeah, he's got a lot of interesting things to say for himself.
Yeah,
and
he's very observant.
Yeah,
I mean,
he sits back and watches what goes on and kind of sinks it all in and makes a conclusion.
Wears a lot of makeup.
And wears a lot of makeup, yeah.
Do you ever feel like you're being manipulated at all because it's kind of reasonably early in your career?
Well, people tried to originally. That's why we've been signed for 1.5 years. And
that long? I think it's about a year now.
Yeah. And we had to put our foot down quite a few times for the record company because they kept trying to put us in with producers and stuff to make us a real glossy pop act, which really isn't what we're about. We're about feel and groove. And,
trying to make it all synthetic and stuff.
Yeah, so we had to put our foot down. It took us this long to get our own way. We've made a kind of semi-compromise, but we're doing more what we wanted to do than what the record company is trying to force us into.
Now, you're playing live later on. What are you going to be playing?
Our new single. It's called Down to Earth.
Down to Earth, yeah.
And what are you going to be doing next?
We're just about to start a tour with Alison Moyet around the country, which is just in Nottingham on Sunday, and back here on Monday, and then Manchester, Edinburgh. I think it's 4 nights at the Albert Hall, which is going to be really
And you
good
share
fun.
bedrooms?
Yeah, we share
sometimes.
Okay, over to Jules.
Yes, Jules.